Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Take right.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, here we go.
Now Lawrence. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Boyd from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Crowd left Yeti. Don't touch it. Don't touch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they will only muster a yard. Here to the 38.
Devin Boyd on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Hurts.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Tootin, 40 yards. And the Jags use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Throwing his Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they run the option on second down. They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rolled him right out of bounds. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the first and 10.
Hey!
Hunter. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go!
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shrugs him off. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up the throw. On the left side, it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
No touch.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Open man, this is Blunt Strange, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence running right on the option. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Lawrence will throw. Thomas brings it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
21 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Straight ahead, ETN. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hey, Lion!
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go.
And they'll run with ETN. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 5 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Son. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
It's the score. Jaguars 28, Eagles 7. Cam Little, the kickoff. So Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard
at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 1st and 10 now.
Hey, easy, route.
ETN up the middle. Seems to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey. Side.
Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And his kick is indeed good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out.
Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, run!
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Easy. Read a 24. Read a 24. Lisa 24.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas
From 17 yards out.
and the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Silver. 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
No touch that. No touch.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Good. Check. Silver, set. No touch.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Zach Baugh there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. A great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Man open left side is Brown. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here's 3rd and 9. Hurts. Well, he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
73! 73!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
180, 180.
In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass over the attempt, but he still brings it in.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dre, set.
In motion goes the tight end.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Eagles.
63.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, ETN once more.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
3rd and 4.
Red on red. Turn. This is hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. And he's going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff running for the middle. And he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Lawrence will throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Throwing is Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception.
There's that man, Travis Hunter.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Here's a give to ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Now he's loose again. Saquon Barkley on his horse. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
22. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Eagles 22. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 yards for number 11.
those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is good.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point
Let's go. Trimmer. Call up, Yeti.
Hurts will throw.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Jaguars 45, Eagles 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They're on the 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Spins by. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ball right on the 50-yard line, and here's the 2nd and 9.
Go. Hey, Soko, so hot. Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First down.
Easy.
34-yard line.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
A handoff for Etienne.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 10.
73. Trimmer.
Back to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
Easy, 63.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Well, 203 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. That is going to step up and run.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on the scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Hey.
Now he's in.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early